Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. We'll wait for a few more people to join. While we're waiting, Lynn, I'd love to know, and who's the next one? Kay, I'd love to know where you're calling in from.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Lynn.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so nice to see your face again.
Me too.
I know. Hi, Lynn. Remember you from our consult.
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely. Well, I'm calling from Roswell in Georgia,
Oh, nice.
just north of Atlanta.
Okay. Great. Kay,
I
where are you
I
calling
don't
in?
want to say any more because other people are here as well.
Yeah. We're just going to wait a few minutes to see who else wants to join.
Well, while there's silence, I just want to say how amazed I am at these products. There are 2 or 3 of you who have interacted with me on email, I presume, and I'm just so blown away because, as I've told you before, I've used organic products and been organic my whole life, and this line now at the age of 72 has completely blown me away. It's the serum, the anti-aging serum, is just amazing to me. So while we get started, thank you.
That's awesome to hear. How long have you been using the products, Lynn?
Well, I hesitated actually to start because functional medicine practitioners, as you all know, frequently recommend Annmarie skincare products. And because I'd been using the other very good line, it's also organic, I had hesitated because I have a bit of a stash. And so I just decided to go ahead and get the little test kit, as I call it. And immediately it was, probably, I think earlier this year, maybe January, February sometime. And unfortunately, I have to alternate because of the stash of the other stuff that I still have, and I can't wait for it to finish.
Nice. And as you're joining, I think someone else joined. We're going to get started in a few minutes. But if you want to put in the chat where you're calling in from, we'd love to hear. So everyone who is on, this is our first live event that we've done. We've talked about it for some time, so we're pretty excited as a team to kick this off and do a lot of discounts on our products. Mississippi, cool.
Oh, we're in Mississippi. It's been a bit rough out there, weather-wise.
It's Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, it's raining right now.
Yeah, Jackson seems to be underwater like the Netherlands.
Well, last summer they had a big drought, so it comes and goes.
Oregon. Hey, Sienna.
Can I ask a question while you're waiting, if there
Sure,
is?
yeah.
On the email that alerted me to this live, there was the offer of being locked in at 25% for life. My problem is that, as you know from what I've said, I can't subscribe right now on a basis where the products will arrive with monthly frequency or whatever, because I still have that other stash. So my products are going to last me a little bit longer until I finish the others as well. So what do I do about that? Or if I do want to lock in for
Kate, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, or Katie. Katie, you can help with this one too. But likely what would happen, unless you were able to start a subscription at this point, would be you could subscribe next time the sale comes around. So we have this sale anywhere from once to twice a year.
Oh,
And I hesitate to give the time frame because I don't know it.
right.
But if you weren't able to subscribe in this window, then likely what would be best is waiting for that next window to come around. Does that
Okay.
feel right, Katie? Yeah, great. Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I would really like to do that. It would be a waste right now because I couldn't use up all the product even if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yay, Deanna's there. Great. All right, we're just going to wait a couple more minutes. We usually start 5 to 10 minutes after we kick it off.
Is it okay to ask a question kind of related to
course.
Lynn's question? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, if I get on the renewal program or out of ship, can I switch products? Like if I'm, let's say, don't need aloe cleanser and I can move on to a different product that I want to try? Is that, or it has to be the exact same product that I was using?
So to clarify the question, this is speaking to the discount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way that the promo is set up is it's 25 for life on the item that you subscribe to at that point in time. And so if you're subscribing to like the aloe herb cleanser, for example, in that window, that would be the item that would maintain that discount, essentially until you cancel it. If you wanted to swap it, you could still swap it, but it's not going to keep that 25% discount. That's specific to the item.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I presumed it was 25% for the line or, whatever you wanted.
So it's anything that you would be adding to your subscription during the sale period is what maintains that discount. Basically, until it was up or canceled.
I'm still confused, but
So
I
if
would
you, yeah, so if you're like, I love this anti-aging serum, I want it. I wanted it 25% all the time. You subscribe to that product and you're locked in to get it. If one day you're like, I want to try the activated night serum, that's great, but it's a different product. So you'll have to subscribe to that product specifically, but you're still locked into the anti-aging serum at 25%. Does that make
right.
sense?
But I guess my thought was if one wants to, like in my case, what I would like to do is to subscribe to several products, the cleanser, the anti-aging serum, the anti-aging oil, some of the elixirs, and the wild fruit serum that I also got at one point. So, that I have probably, let's see, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 products at the moment from the line that I have purchased and am using and trying. But I presume that it would mean, for all the products that one might be using.
Yes, that's
And
correct.
is it?
Yes, so if you wanted to subscribe to all of those products at 25% off, you can. But the moment you cancel, you'll lose the 25% off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, but and it's a regular, when you mean cancel, it's so it comes on a monthly basis or whatever, or 6 weeks or whatever.
Whatever frequency you set. And if you change your frequency, that's fine. If you need to, change anything with that product, that's fine. But the moment you cancel that product because you're like, I don't want to use it anymore, I want to use something else, then that goes away.
Okay, completely clear. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for your patience.
No worries. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone. This is our first live shopping event. We're really excited to have you here and talk about all of our products. It's Annmarie Skincare's Summer Radiance live shopping event. We're going to be doing discounts up to 40% off. So if you have questions that come up, plug them into the chat. It might be easier that way instead of going off mute. So you can go on mute now. throughout this event, we're going to have our estheticians. We have Emily and Kate. You can see the titles in the screen if you find them. They're going to be doing some demos, and then our team is going to be sharing a lot. We're kind of just going to throw a lot at you. So get ready. This is a 2-hour event, and we're going to be sharing special links with those discounts throughout the event. Some of them are much steeper than others. We're going to start with the more expensive or the higher discounts now. And then the next ones will be sometime in the middle of the event or at some point at random where you don't know. So we encourage you to stay on throughout the entire event. And then again, this is coinciding with our Memorial Day sale, which is going on right now, 25% off. And Kate, do you want to touch on that piece a little bit? Purchasing 25% compared to these or subscribing?
Yeah. So I want to make the distinction because as we're putting these links in the chat here, these are links to items that are specifically discounted for joining the call. So if you are clicking that link and adding that item to your cart, it's not a subscription item. So you're not able to subscribe at these higher discounts. If you were wanting to lock into the 25% for life, then what you'll need to do is find that item just like regularly on the website and add that item at the 25% subscription to your cart. And hopefully that makes sense. So there are the greater discounted items that you're going to get the links for. You'll click that, add that to cart. These are not links that are available to anybody else. It's just for you guys for joining the call. But they're not available for subscription. So again, if you're wanting to subscribe to one of these items, you'll want to find that item just regularly on the site.
Great. Thanks,
Yeah.
Kate.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing that we're going to be doing is a gift with a purchase. So if you make a purchase between now and we're going to shut it off 1 hour after this call, so at 1 o'clock, we're going to be giving away a trial size of our Kaolin Micro Exfoliant and our Illuminating Pearl Mask. You won't have to do anything. It'll automatically get added to your cart. So just make sure you have to check out by 1 p.m. in order to get that free gift. And I will repeat this for people who are just now joining. So don't worry. Another thing to keep note of, these links that we're sharing with these discounts are temporary. So once we share them with you, if you're interested in purchasing it, click it, add it to your cart, and just make sure you check out by 1 p.m., 1 hour after the call, because they will go away. And then again, if questions come up, ask them in the chat. Grace is here. You saw her already. She's waving. She's going to be, addressing those questions, bringing things up. And then we have all of our team members on this call, or a lot of them, who are also here to answer questions and give tutorials and things like that. So let's dive in. Our first one is to talk about what we recommend for Summer Radiance, our top 3 Summer Radiance face products. So we are going to share a little bit about our Sun Love. We're discounting it at 30% off. Our Wild Fruit Serum, 35% off. Our Neroli Tony Mist at 40% off. And Kate, do you want to kick it off with these?
Totally.
Oh, the lip and cheek tint. The lip and cheek tint, we're going to be discounting at 35% off, which is a new product that we just added to this group.
Yay, thank you. I'm excited to talk about these products, specifically moving into summer when it's warmer. For my skin, at least, I'm a little bit dewier and, looking for sun protection, all of that. So the first one to speak to, this is our Sun Love. And as Rachel mentioned, this is discounted 30%. This is a zinc oxide sun protection product, and we do use a non-nano zinc oxide. It's reef safe. The feel is very smooth. It shears out really nicely, which is one of our favorite things about this product. We've actually called this our everyday sheer sunscreen for that very reason. Zinc oxide kind of has this reputation for being really chalky or gloppy, and this one is nice and smooth. Feels really good. And of course, moving into summer when you're going to be outside more, this is a great one to have in your arsenal. I know for me, I've got one on my counter. I've got one that I keep in my purse. I know I am that lady that's just ready to have sunscreen whenever I need it. So this is that one. The next one is our Wild Fruit Serum. And this one's discounted 35%, which is such a steal for this one. The Wild Fruit Serum is kind of our like top tier creme de la creme as far as addressing signs of aging, including evening out and brightening the appearance of the tone of the skin. We've got some very potent skin brighteners in here. We've got Cacao Plum, which is very vitamin C rich, and Uva Ursi, which is also super helpful in brightening the appearance of the complexion of the skin. And so the feel of this and using this one in the summer is just a great way to boost your radiance and that kind of overall like bright, glowy feel to the skin. And that one's 35%. Again, that's such a great deal. This one here, this is our Neroli Toning Mist. And this is also a great summer product. The mix of this one, the ingredient formulation is super, super simple. We've got aloe vera juice, neroli, and then a little bit of aspen bark in this one. With the aloe vera juice, this is a very, very nice, like just refreshing feel to the face, especially if you're somewhere where it gets really hot. Misting the skin generously, letting that set on the skin a minute or two. Feels really, really great. And then the scent of this one with the neroli is just very bright, nice and like uplifting, kind of a mood booster, and also feels really summery. So, and this one's discounted 40%. This neroli is discounted 40%. And then this last guy here, this is one of our newest launches. This is the Lip and Cheek Tint. And I'll show you here. It's kind of looks like this. Mine has been, I don't know if you can tell it's been used. It's already well loved. This is a great one for that kind of no makeup summer look, especially if you're like quickly on the go, wanting to move about. Putting this one on, it's super buildable, which is one of the things I really like about it. I can go very sheer on my lips and my cheeks. I do have, that's the only makeup I've got on today is just this lip and cheek tint. But you can certainly build it up too. So if you are someone who regularly wears lipstick, this can act as kind of a replacement. You just might do a couple more passes for that one here. I don't remember the discount on this one. Was this 35? This is a 35%. Yeah, cool. So pretty good discount here for that one. So these are some products that I really love for summer, and especially moving into the warmer months, love to have. And real quickly, I want to speak to the toners because we are offering a toning mist. And in your routine, your toning mist is so frequently one that gets left out, one that can be kind of glossed over. You've got your cleanser, your serum, your oil, you're good to go. But for me, having a toning mist is super, super crucial. Your toning mists in our skincare line act as this really beautiful burst of hydration, this burst of nutrition, a skin support in a certain direction, whether that's soothing the skin, helping to control oil. And then also is this really lovely prep for your serums. All of our serums will contain some variation of a humectant. And a humectant is this ingredient that will like find moisture and plump up. And so when you've got this extra dewy radiance on the skin from your toning mist, this is kind of just a boost for that serum. I personally also really like the toning mist to help with the absorption of my serum and my oil. So I will mist my skin and then leave skin a little bit damp as I apply my serum and my oil. So definitely don't leave it out. Make sure that you've got a toning mist as part of your routine there.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate.
Mhm.
Appreciate that. All right. We've put the links in the chat. Grace has put the links in the chat. So if you miss them, scroll up, grab them. If those are products you're interested in, go ahead and add them to your carts. So next we are going to talk a little bit about an area that we see a lot of questions in our consultation. So a lot of people ask about the neck and chest. And we are going to have Kate talk again about neck and chest.
Yeah, yay. It's such a common question. So Emily and I lead the consultations, and we both see this come up a lot where people are really concerned about the neck area, changing in the neck area, skin feeling a little bit looser, maybe starting to see some sun damage like on the chest here. And so I want to kind of provide just like a quick routine of what I would recommend for maintaining this kind of lifted look to the neck, maintaining this kind of like dewy, healthy neck and chest area. So I would recommend starting with our Phytonutrient Cleanser. This is a very rich, creamy feeling cleanser. That's a great way to really kind of prep the neck and chest area. It's not going to leave the skin stripped. It's kind of this perfect consistency for the really thin texture, the thin skin on the neck and the chest. And so just while you're in the shower, this might be the cleanser that you're already using for your face, applying that to the face and then carrying it down onto the neck. And just to call out real quickly, some of these products that I mentioned aren't necessarily going to be discounted further, but they are still available for that 25%, either for a one-time purchase or 25% for life. So cleansing that area with the Phyto. And then if you've got the time, I suggest doing a little treatment with the Illuminating Pearl Mask. And so applying that, just a nice light layer to the neck area, nice light layer on the chest. This is going to be very, very soothing, very moisturizing, and then also very kind of brightening. We've got uva ursi and licorice root in here. And so this can be helpful if one of the concerns that you're working with is fading the appearance of darkened areas of the skin. And that can definitely happen as we age. So this can be helpful for that. And then with that crushed pearl powder, you've got this very beautiful glow that happens when you rinse it off. So doing a quick little treatment with that. And again, that can be done in the shower. Let's say you've washed your face and now you've got to wash your hair, doing a quick little bit of this. I mean, ideally all over, so put on your face too, but if you're focusing on the neck and chest, do your neck and chest and then wash your hair, rinse it off. It's great. And then after you're out of the shower, after you've completed that, you're going to kind of come in with your regular finishing products, but down on the neck and chest as well. So you'll use your toning mist. I recommend either the Neroli, again, which I had mentioned before, or the Botanical Hydration Mist. This one's a little bit more suited for skin that's drier. So if you find that your chest especially gets dry, this would be the one that I would recommend. And then as far as serum, I absolutely love the wild fruit serum on the neck and chest as well, kind of for the same reasons I had mentioned, previously when I was talking about this one, just brightening that area, this really beautiful radiance to the skin. And now here's where it's kind of the crux of this. If you leave everything else out, this is what I would definitely make sure to do. And that would be to have your oil, whether you're using a facial oil, like the Rejuvenating Facial Oil, or a body oil, like our coconut body oil here. We're going to apply, a generous amount and then do a little gua sha treatment. As part of this routine here. And we've got videos, we've got tutorials as far as the full routine, but incorporating a gua sha, whether this one or this one, these are both ours, as a routine to really kind of strengthen the neck, strengthen this fascia here in the neck, and help maintain this lift. It's almost like this muscle training that you're doing when you're doing this gua sha here. I'm not doing a full routine, so don't copy what I'm doing, but this is essentially the motion you're taking, and you're coming up along and then back behind the ear here. And weaving that into your routine every day, 5 minutes a day, is a super quick way to see a difference in the lifted look of the neck. Whenever I'm working with customers with this specifically, I always say take a before picture because you will be blown away just how quickly you start to see that very lifted feel to the neck and chest area. And then the final step, which is super crucial also, is making sure to protect that area with your Sun Love. and doing that daily. The neck gets so neglected, the chest gets so neglected. So putting your sunlobe on as your final step before you go out the door, and then you are ready to go.
Nice. Thank you. And we will be doing a little Gua Sha tutorial a little bit later. It's going to be a shortened one, but it'll still be helpful if you're unfamiliar with using that tool. And then I just want to touch on the Pearl Mask, as it is one of our gifts that we're giving away if you make a purchase during this time. It is probably one of all of our favorite masks here on this team, and it's something that you can use daily. So if you haven't used it before, we definitely recommend you giving it a try. And you can, I know Kate talks about just applying it around the eyes in the morning if you're kind of on the go and you don't have a lot of time. I will slather it on and leave it on for 45 minutes. Some people sleep with it on overnight. They do a thinner layer and sleep with it. So it's a pretty versatile mask, and it is amazing for all skin types. It's very brightening, very hydrating. It's the best. I love it. All right, we're going to dive into body products. So Kate, again, we'd love to hear from you on our 3 body products that we recommend for summer radiance. So the first one that she's going to talk about is our Rosemary Peppermint Body Wash at 30% off. Our Coconut Body Oil, which she just talked a little bit about for your neck and chest, at 35% off. And then our Smoothing Hair Serum, which is a new product that we launched this year, at 45% off. Take it away.
Nice. Cool. So body in the summer, this is a kind of must-have. This is our Rosemary Peppermint Hand and Body Wash. And the consistency of this one is a gel consistency. So it's got this very kind of like full gel feel to it. And then some of the key ingredients, of course, as the name suggests, are rosemary and peppermint. And using that on the body in the summer especially is very kind of like invigorating. It feels really good, especially if you've been really hot out and just like sweaty. This kind of like smooth, the gel consistency really cuts through sweat really nicely, and then the peppermint feels nice and cooling. So this is great. I also use this for hand wash, and so this is a great one to have like in your kitchen or something like that. Smells awesome and is 30% right now. The next one is our coconut body oil. And this is available in 2 sizes. This is a 100 milliliter bottle, but we do have a 200 milliliter option. And this is also a really, really nice one for the summer, especially when it's really warm and your skin starts to feel kind of dry from being like hot and out in the sun. It's super quick to apply and it absorbs really nicely, which is another thing I like about the summertime. We've got richer products. We've got like a body butter, and that one is awesome. And I will put it on in the summer, but this one is just like a quicker on the go kind of one to use. And this one is 35% off. And you know, having worked, I've worked with our customers a lot, and so I have seen a lot of customers really enjoy this for a great amount of time. This is a product we've had for a long time, and we've got so many customers who are subscribed to this one or who repurchase this frequently, and so it's tried and true, not just based on my recommendation. And again, 30% off, 35% off. That one's 35%. And then the final body one I would recommend is actually a hair product. And this is fairly new to us. This is our hair serum, and it is a smoothing hair serum. I love this all of the year, but it's great in the summer because I don't do that much heat styling. I do even less in the summer, but I don't do much in general overall. And I also haven't cut my hair in a long time. And so the ends of my hair can be kind of like just a little frayed. And doing this, I like to apply it when my hair is a little bit wet, is a great way to have just like really smooth, I feel like Disney princess looking hair. It's not super heavy, especially when you kind of play with it and you get to feel what is the right amount for your hair thickness and all of that. It's just a really quick way to have super smooth hair going into your day. So, and that one is 45% off, which is staggering. So That's another great one for the summer.
Nice. Thanks, Kate.
Mhm.
I'm going to give a little brief overview of what we're doing. We've had quite a few people join us. So this is our live shopping event for Summer Radiant Skin with Annmarie Skincare. And we are doing a lot of different discounts on a lot of different products. So if you look into the chat, you'll see special links that Grace is sharing at a certain discount. We're discounting 30%, 35%, 40%, 45% on some products. It just depends what the product is. Check out the chat, add those products to your cart. They're only going to be live until 1 p.m., so 1 hour after this call ends. We're also doing a gift with every purchase. So if you make a purchase between those hours and you check out by 1 p.m., you're automatically going to get a free trial size of our Kaolin Micro Exfoliant and our Illuminating Pearl Mask. And then anything else? Memorial Day sale is also going on. So any products that we mention and we talk about that are not on discount, you can add those to your cart at 25% off. Great. Lynn was asking about the pearl mask, how we use it underneath our eyes. Grace had answered her, but I'll answer just for everybody else who didn't see it. If you have, and that's a great point, if you have an event or you have like a photo shoot or something you want to be on camera for, it really just like can lighten and brighten the area underneath your eyes and calm the area so it's less puffy. What else does it do? It just looks more radiant and bright, like you actually had a great night's sleep if you didn't. So that's one perk about that product. Okay, let's dive into our next section. So we just talked about some of our body products, including the smoothing hair serum, which we're going to go into in depth in just a couple of minutes on how we use it. We're going to do a little tutorial, but for now we have a couple of team members, Jen and Andrea. If you want to share, Jen, if you want to start, any tips for body products, what you do, what you love, what you want to share with these guests.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I will touch on the coconut body oil because it is one of my all-time favorite products. I love keeping mine right in the shower. It stays a little bit warm. And then this also helps the coconut oil to not re-solidify in colder temperatures too. And I lather my entire body with it as soon as I'm done showering. As Kate had mentioned, it absorbs really quickly. And it's just so hydrating. And it really has such a luxurious feel to it as well. So it's amazing. I love it in the winter and then also after being in the sun too. From time to time, I also will put some of it in my hair at night when my hair is wet. As kind of a hydrating hair mask, rinse it in the morning. And it also adds a ton of shine and just also great in the summer when your hair is a little bit more dry. It just feels super hydrating. And then Andrea, I think, is going to touch on the body wash.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the body wash is one of my favorite products. I don't have it right here with me because Chandra was going to touch on it, and I didn't go grab mine out of my shower, but I promise it's in my shower, which it's been there for over the amount of time that I've worked here, which is 7 years, because we've had that product around forever. But it's definitely a go-to for full body. I use it while I am a shaver. I'm one of the team members that does shave their legs. Probably the only one. But I use it while I'm shaving. It smells amazing. It's uplifting. So definitely one of my favorites. And another favorite product is the smoothing hair serum, which I know Emily's going to go into in depth, and then we'll just show you a little bit more on how to use it.
Thank you. And yeah, so Emily gets a lot of questions in the consultation. What do you suggest for hair? What do you use? What do we do? And so she's going to dive into our hair care collection, those products, and that does include the hair serum. So go ahead, Em.
Awesome. Thanks, Rach. Okay, so for hair care, I'm going to talk about our Sweet Sunrise shampoo and conditioner first.
I actually just ran out of my shampoo, so I only have the conditioner here. But so this is an herb infused shampoo and conditioner. It's really great for any hair type. The shampoo is really hydrating. It's really purifying. It's not stripping at all, so it's safe for color treated hair too. And then the conditioner is really nice. It's very strengthening. It's really moisturizing, but it's nice because it's still really lightweight. So it doesn't weigh your hair down at all the way that some conditioners do. And so when I use the conditioner, I focus it mostly like mid to ends, and then I leave it on for a few minutes in the shower while I shave. I also shave. Um, but actually, it was so funny. I was talking to Grace about it yesterday, and she was saying that she uses the conditioner just on her roots. And it still like doesn't weigh her hair down or anything. So this one, like I was saying, is really kind of versatile and great for all hair types. It's got like nettle in it, which is really rich in minerals and antioxidants. It's got horsetail, which is rich in silica. And then aloe too, which is just going to be really hydrating and nourishing for the hair. And then the smoothing hair serum, we're going to talk about some more. Again, this is one of our newer products. It's got muru butter in it. So it's actually a solid form, which is kind of unique and different. I love that it's a solid form because then I can just like throw it in my bag or something when I leave, because I always get these like random little flyaways here, and I'll use it to just like smooth those out when I'm out and about, and one's just like sticking out over here. It smells amazing. It smells so good, and you only need like, I mean, I don't know, for me, I only use a tiny little bit and it just melts really quickly in the palm of your hand. It's great because it's super versatile. You can use it on wet hair, you can use it on dry hair, damp hair. It's great for all hair types too. I think our video on the product page is really helpful because it shows and talks about ways that you can use it for all different hair types. But for me, I have like really thick hair, and I'll use it when my hair is dry and just kind of focus it mostly on the ends. And like Kate was saying, I feel like the thing that I love about this is that in the summertime, I don't want to blow dry my hair either. I have really thick hair and it takes forever to blow dry my hair. But then you just don't get that like smooth look if you don't blow dry, you know? So I feel like using this helps you to kind of get that look without the heat styling.
Awesome. Thank you. And so we have Rachel, Katie, and Andrea all going to share probably 30 seconds to a minute on how they apply it. They may be applying it now, they may not, they may have already done it. But that serum is the best. Rach, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I can start. I did not put any in my hair, and I'm kind of the opposite as you guys. I do try to style my hair. Often it's a little bit drier, so I can go a couple days in between. And I like to honestly use it sort of on all of my hair. I think the way that I wear it, it kind of gives it just smoothness so that it doesn't look so. I did not put it in yet, but I'm putting it in right now. I just take like I take kind of a lot, in case you want the details, all of the details here. And I rub it in my hands. I really just do like my whole entire head. And I feel like if I use our shampoo and conditioner and this, I can still go a couple days where it doesn't, I mean, my hair still just kind of stays the same. It does not make it greasy, in my opinion, or at least for me. I put it next to my part to kind of smooth it out. But I did dry and style my hair yesterday morning, and I feel like it really smooths out these waves to make it look a little bit more put together. So the smell is really fresh. I feel like it's great for summer. I do use it on my kids too, just for like styling their longer hair so that it gets out of their face. But
Nice. Thanks, Rach. And Katie and Andrea, give it 1 second. We've had quite a few people join in the past 30 seconds. So I just want to remind everyone, this is our live shopping event for Summer Radiant Skin. We have a lot of discounts that we're doing. We're plugging them into the chat so we can add them again if we're talking about them. So right now we're talking about the Smoothing Hair Serum, which is at 45% off. One thing to note is everything that we're talking about that's on discount is that discount. It's not eligible for the Memorial Day sale, but if we're talking about a product that's not on discount, you can get it at 25% off with the Memorial Day coupon code. And then one other thing is that we are doing a giveaway. So from now until the end of this call, 1 hour after at 1 p.m., we're shutting it off. We are giving away a trial-sized Kaolin Micro Exfoliant and Illuminating Pearl Mask with every purchase. You just have to make sure you check out by 1 p.m. But I'll repeat all that and go a little bit slower after we're done with this tutorial. Katie, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So as you can see, I have really curly hair. It's just a natural curl. And so I do my hair wet. And so what I'll do is actually bring it into the shower with me, but not to where it's getting too hot and where it's melting. I kind of put it on a higher shelf that doesn't get too hot. And then I just scoop it out, put it in my hands and scrunch it. And I'll flip my head upside down and scrunch it. And it is amazing. And I also put it like on the top because usually with hair oils, I don't like to put it on the top because that'll weigh my curls down, but this is light enough, which is so nice because then it gives the top of the hair the nutrition that it deserves and it like kind of doesn't always get. And then in between days of washing, I'll sometimes just like scrunch a little bit more in, but always when wet with the curl, it seems to do a lot better that way. And then, yeah, I also use it on my little girl. It helps with detangling even. She doesn't like to use of course, the brush is always a problem. So the hair serum is actually a really big lifesaver for us in that way too.
That's funny. I use it on Violetta as well. She's almost 2, so she can handle the essential oils. And she hates her hair being brushed, but she's okay with a little butter in her hair. Andrea, how do you use the hair serum?
So I do scoop quite a bit just because I have longer hair. I'll use it while my hair is dry, but I smooth it around. And I kind of focus more towards the ends on mine. Because I do like to get more time in between my washes. So I'm more of a once a week hair washing type. So one of my favorite things about it is when I use it and you hug people, they will literally comment and they're like, oh my gosh, you smell so good because it smells so amazing. So that's like one of my favorite things that I love about it because I swear every time I use it, I get a ton of just compliments on my fragrance and it's because it does smell so good. But yeah, I just take a lot and then I just kind of smooth it around and focus really on my ends. It also helps with just kind of keeping, if your hair gets kind of staticky, which mine does, because it's a little bit, the strands are pretty thin. So if you have thinner strands, it kind of helps with keeping them weighted a little bit to get rid of some of that static.
Your hair looks great right now.
Oh, thanks.
I keep our hair serum and I have about 4 of them all over the house, but also in my car. And it's really nice on the go when you're able to just like run in your car if you're going anywhere. It kind of just makes you look done up. So it's pretty sweet. I think we should do a giveaway now that we have a lot of people who just joined this call. Go ahead and plug into the chat and we're going to give away, let's do 2 hair serums. Have you tried our hair serum yet? If not, what do you use on your hair? What do you do to keep your hair at bay and healthy and happy? And anything you want to share in the chat with your hair. We'll give it a few minutes. Never tried. Awesome. And this one we launched this year. Castor oil. I've heard that. I think another team member, Alexandra, maybe you talked about castor oil. A lot of people have not tried this one. Yeah, it's a new product we launched earlier this year. That I think it's great for curly hair. Yeah, I think it's Yeah, I think if your hair is wet, I think Katie mentioned your hair is wet and you apply it to curly hair, it really emphasizes your curls. And then if your hair is straighter, you can kind of use it as a smoothing serum and less for curls. I have more wavy hair. I didn't do anything to it yesterday, which it's great if you put in right out of the shower. I didn't put it in out of the shower. I put it in dry. So it helps like smooth it and you can see it looks a little straighter. But if I put it in while it was wet, it would have made it a little bit curlier and wavier. So it's a fun product. And it's not greasy. So the Muro butter is actually nature's version of silicone. So it adds this layer of moisture and hydration. It locks in hydration if your hair is wet. And then it adds in the moisturization without giving any sort of greasy look. And it's mostly butter. There's a little bit of oils in there as well, but it's primarily the Muro butter. Perfect. Choo Choo, I think you would love it as well. Great. Okay, Grace, do you want to go ahead and we still have more people? We have more people joining, so I'll give another overview in a second of what we're doing here. Okay, you want to pick a couple of winners and tell us who won?
Yeah, so the two that won the hair serum, which I'm so excited for you to try. It's one of my favorite products too. So the first winner is Deanna. So exciting. I'll private message you kind of to how I'll get that to you. And then our second winner is Stephanie McFarland. So yay. So excited for you guys to try it.
Yay. Awesome. Thank you. So everyone who is just joining, welcome. We're really stoked because this is our first live event that we've had, our live shopping event. It's our Summer Radiance live shopping event. And we decided to do a 2-hour call where we wanted to offer our customers a lot of our products at a steep discount. So some products are at 30%, some are at 45%. It just depends on what it is. Throughout the call, we're going to be talking about products. I say we, it's primarily Kate and Emily talking about our products, and then our team is going to be sharing as well. Those are our in-house estheticians. If you want to wave, Kate and Emily, yes. And then our team is also talking about a lot of products and how they use them and their routine. And then other things going on. We're doing a gift with purchase. So if you place an order between now and the end of the call and you check out by 1 p.m., you'll be getting a free trial size of our Kaolin Micro Exfoliant Illuminating Pearl Mask. You just have to check out by 1 p.m. and you have to check out by 1 p.m. for your order because these links are not live all day. They will go away. So we have another hour and 15 minutes left to talk about a lot of other products. As we talk about them, we're going to plug those discounts into the chat, those links, and then you can add them. If you have any questions, remember to just plug them into the chat and we will answer them. Okay, perfect. We're going to dive into some questions here. I know some people needed some help with their cart. If you have any questions on how to check out or how to add things to your cart, go ahead and ask them. And Katie, our customer success manager, is here. She's waving. Katie, do you want to go off mute?
Yeah, you can just either write right into us at ask@annmariegianni.com. I'll add it to the chat. Or if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to just pop them into the chat. We're happy to help.
So one thing McLean's asked is, how do you make a cart on here? So you would just click the links that we add in depending on when you join. So I don't know if you can see links if you joined later. So you might just be able to see as we add things on here now. Right now, the last link that was shared was for the hair serum. We still have a lot of products to talk about. We're about to get into eye care. So when we dive into that, we'll share some links for that one as well. And then another question, are the shampoo and conditioner discounted as well? Yep. Those links are in the chat. So if you just scroll up, you'll find those links to the shampoo and conditioner. Or you know what, I'm sorry, those are not on discount. Those are on 25% off. So the one that was at discount was the hair serum at 45% off. if you would like to use the Memorial Day code, that one is at 25% off. And just a reminder, we mentioned this earlier, but for everybody else who just joined, we have our Memorial Day sale going on right now. So if you wanted to add a product to your cart that we don't give a discount on, like a high discount on, you can use our Memorial Day coupon code and then use that one. And then if you wanted to use the code or you wanted to use the link at the higher discount, you can use those. Okay, we'll give a couple more minutes just so you can get your carts situated here. It's all good, Stephanie. Okay. Let's dive into our next segment. So throughout this entire event, we're leaning on some of our team members because they are very avid users of our products. And so Andrea is going to be talking next about eye care. So she is going to talk about what she uses, the eye serum and the eye cream. They're both at 30% off. So Grace will share the links for those and take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so eye cream, eye serum, those are two very important products, obviously, especially as you start to age. I have been with Annmarie skincare for about 7 years, and I started using the products actually before I started working here. So, and the eye cream was the first product that I used. And the cream is just basically, it's thicker, so it's just more concentrated. So you can definitely like more focus when you're putting it on your eyes. So one of the things when I'm using the eye cream, I typically use it at night because it is a little bit heavier and it sits on the eye. And I feel like it just provides more nourishment where the serum, so the serum is a product that we added probably about, I don't know, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's a very important product because it is thinner and it's fast absorbing. So one of the things that it does offer, because it is a serum, is it just has a lot of different active ingredients that you need just to keep your eyes just more targeted when you're looking for just a quicker lift and more nourishment. So because it is fast absorbing, it's really good for like layering as well. So if you are someone who likes to layer and put on different products and stuff in the morning, it works really well in conjunction with other products. So typically, for me personally, I use the anti-aging eye cream at night, and then I use the fruit ceramide eye serum during the day. And just because I can get some of that targeted, more focused, and then if I do decide to wear makeup, it definitely looks good underneath makeup, where the cream, just because it's a little bit thicker, I feel like it looks a little bit different, but it really, and you can layer them. So if you are going to layer them, you want to use the serum and then you can layer it with the eye cream right after it. And that is totally fine, but it just helps with getting rid of puffy eyes and just keeping you looking bright and cheery. I just came up on my 45th birthday and I feel like these creams have saved me, saved my eyes, just keeping them looking firm and tight. So I love these products, definitely. And I know for HP, you probably have 100 million other things that you want to say about the products too. So definitely join in.
Yeah, these two. So I also used the eye cream before I even started working at Annmarie Skincare. I found it on some raw food website years ago, and I actually reached out to Annmarie and I'm like, I need to get these products to my estheticians because I was so excited, and that never ended up happening. But I became friends with Kevin and Annmarie, and I would like watch their cat for trade. I was just like, I just want the eye cream. And like, that's all I wanted. I was obsessed with it. And then recently, a few years ago, we launched the Fruit Ceramide Eye Serum, which I think this is a good time to point out that there are a lot of activated ingredients in the beauty world, personal care world, that are not so clean and not so great. And I'm so proud that our company creates these products that are made safe. And we're using ceramides from pineapples, a really clean source from Japan, and we're using sake ferment peptides. We're using different extracts that are so clean and so pure and so active that it really makes you excited to use skincare, where it's herbs and nature and plants and life, and also activated and results oriented. So that's one thing I will mention. And then Kate, do you want to share anything about these two products?
I feel like you guys have covered so much of it. I don't know what else I might add. I'm a huge fan of the eye cream as well. I do have the eye serum. I use the eye cream morning and night, and on the consultations, a lot of times I'll speak to the difference I notice with puffiness under the eyes with this one. And so if I've gone like camping or have not used it for a couple days, I feel like camping's like the reason I would miss it. I notice it. I come home and I just feel like my eyes look a little bit rougher. And this also for me was a product that I found before I even found the company. I had tried the eye cream, and way back in the day, I was working as an esthetician at a day spa where we were using not so clean products. And this one like stood above these other eye creams that were there, these kind of like higher end eye products. I still was like, whoa, this makes a big difference, specifically with the puffiness. So I'm a very loyal eye cream lover. But yeah, that's probably all I would add to it.
Nice. Thanks, Kate. Yeah, and one other thing with the eye serum, if you can and you feel excited to, you can use it on your whole face. So sometimes if I need to, I will, probably one pump, I'll blend it and I'll put it on my problem areas. So maybe in the middle of my brows, maybe right around my lips, and then definitely around my eyes. And one thing to mention, I know Kate went into the importance of using a toning mist earlier, but one thing to mention with the eye serum and all serums, you definitely want to make sure your face is misted and you have some dampness to your skin so that it can absorb deeper into your skin and it's not sitting on the skin, because you will see that. So that is one thing. It makes the product more effective. It makes your skin feel better. It makes your skin look better. So just keep that in mind as you're using that eye serum and all serums. Okay. Let's move on. So those two products are at 30% off, and those links are in the chat if you would like to purchase those. We've had quite a few people join, so I'm going to just do a little recap for the newbies here. We're doing our first ever live shopping event, Summer Radiance Live Shopping. And we are excited to offer products at a steeper discount. So you will see links in the chat. All you have to do is click them, add them to your cart, and make sure you check out by 1 p.m. Somebody asked earlier if they can check out later tonight. I don't think so. You have to check out by 1 p.m. because this is not live all day. It's just during the live event, but we decided to extend it to 1 p.m. for anybody who needs some extra time checking out. One other thing is that if you do make a purchase during this time, you will be getting a free gift. It's a trial size of our Kaolin Micro Exfoliant and our Illuminating Pro Mask trial size. We've talked about the Pro Mask a little bit, and we can talk about the Kaolin in a little bit, but those are two great products loved by so many customers, and we wanted you to try them. Okay. Next one. Any questions on how to check out or add products or anything with that? And the eye cream, great. Thank you, Katie. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm just running through this chat box here, see if we have any questions that have come up. Yeah, so Emily, they're both pretty effective for puffiness. The eye serum is a much thinner formula and it's very activated with ceramides, peptides, different extracts in there. It is kind of a thicker serum, so it's a creamy serum in a way, but we suggest applying that first if you are going to use both. And then the eye cream is a lot more buttery. So that one has a house-made butter inside of it. It's a very thick, rich cream, and it adds a lot more moisturization. So think of the serum as hydration and the eye cream as moisturization. And they both would be beneficial for puffiness. If you want to get them at 30% off, I would say do both and layer them, but make sure you're using a toning mist for that. Kate, did you want to add anything to that piece about puffiness for eye cream, or what they would recommend, or what you would recommend?
No, I think you covered it. I know that the eye cream does have the cucumber distillate, which can be helpful with that puffy eye area too. But otherwise, I think you hit it.
Sweet.
We do have a question in chat about which one would be best for crow's feet.
Oh.
My opinion would be likely both of them, but they both can be helpful for crow's feet kind of in different ways. The eye serum is a pretty pointed, like very directly addressing that particular concern with the peptides and the ceramides. This is helpful for deeper lines on the face. And like Rachel mentioned, it can be used around the eyes. I also recommend it a lot for the top of the lip, the eye serum. But the eye cream is also pretty crucial because we've got this really full, rich body. And so that provides this nice, like plumped feel. And honestly, we're not talking about concentrated boosting elixirs yet, but I do like to do just like a tiny pump of the Hydrate with the eye cream to give that just additional like plumpness in that area. So I would be hard for me to recommend just one. Whenever I'm in the position of people being like, okay, I can only do one or the other, I do usually suggest the eye cream because it tends to be a bit broader in terms of what it's addressing. But if your primary concern is deep lines around the eyes, then I still would recommend both if you can do both.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. Someone is asking. Yeah, Sarah, that's one thing that we experience sometimes, depending on how your product is stored also. I also get like a teeny tiny bit. I keep mine in a dark cabinet that doesn't get air. Make sure you leave the cap on. Yep, you do. It just happens with natural products and with this type of pump. And, we've gone back and forth with using an airless pump, but again, that would require a lot of plastic, and the company that we source our bottles with doesn't offer it. So that's still kind of a point of discussion here. But I would say just pump it and then take that little teeny tiny bit off of there. But there shouldn't be too much. It's just the end piece that has oxidized. And again, if it gets on your skin, it's totally fine. Nothing's going to happen. So a couple of people have been asking, are we going to share links from earlier in the call? If we talk about those products again, we will. We talked about a lot of products. So products that we have talked about that we don't talk about again, we probably won't share those links, but we are talking about a lot of the products in this next segment, talking about lifting skin. So we will be sharing those links again if we did offer a steep discount on them. And it's not all products that are on discount at a steep discount. We do have our Memorial Day sale going on right now. So if we don't mention a product at this 45% or 35% off, then you can use the Memorial Day code, which is in the chat as well. I think I covered a lot of it. Okay. We've just had a lot of people join in the last few minutes, so I want to make sure you all are up to speed with what's going on. So we're going to move on into our next segment. And so Kate gets the question a lot about droopy skin. And I think, I'll speak for myself. If we're staring at the computer, it can definitely happen a lot. And then also just with age. So Kate put together a pretty complex regimen here that she's going to talk about. And some of them are on discount. If she covers a product that we offered a discount earlier, like the wild fruit serum or the sun love, we'll share the link again, just so anybody who's new who joins can still take advantage of that discount. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, so like Rachel mentioned on the consultations, a lot of the questions are around skin looking a little bit droopier and saggier. And when it was time to kind of come up with what we wanted to speak to, I was like, oh, we get asked that so much. So let's focus on that. So I'm going to share a routine And like Rachel mentioned, some of the products might be discounted greater, and Grace will include the links. Some of them might just be eligible for that 25% off, and then you wouldn't see a link posted. So just calling that out. So I would start with our Phytonutrient Cleanser. This is kind of top tier in terms of addressing signs of aging. The texture is very rich, very full, very creamy. This does include our signature serum blend, which is this beautiful aloe vera juice kind of creation that is super helpful for staving off signs of aging. So this is a great prep as you're going into your routine to just kind of maintain and improve the appearance of loss, a droopy look to the face there. So starting with that one, now if you're doing a full routine, I really, really love the Resurfacing Facial Exfoliant. This product, I feel like we never get to talk about too much, but it is a gel consistency exfoliant that is exfoliating the skin using a honey-derived lactic acid. So it does have a little bit of activity to it. It's super normal to feel a little bit of like heat or maybe like pinpricky experience. That's part of the design. But with that, if you have super sensitive skin, it might not be the best fit for you. But if your skin can handle it, this is a really great way to provide this very like lifted appearance to the face. That honey-derived lactic acid is a very potent exfoliator. So doing this, and then as far as how long you leave it on the face, your skin will kind of be your guide there. I can leave it on around 10 minutes, and that's what feels best for mine. It might be shorter, so it could be like 3 minutes. You could be able to wear it longer. Really, it's just kind of the activity will peak and then dissipate. And so listening to your body for that experience. And then going in with our Illuminating Pearl Mask, which Rachel's mentioned, I've mentioned. This is an Annmarie cult classic here. Applying this one to the face, making sure that you're applying it kind of in an upward motion here. If you are someone who uses a brush, doing upward sweeps with that and applying that to the face, and then again leaving that on the skin anywhere from 15-20 minutes or so, and then rinsing. And then coming in with our finishing products. So I like to use the Botanical Hydration Mist or the Neroli Toning Mist, either one of these. Misting skin, this is providing that burst of hydration, that burst of nutrition. The Botanical Hydration Mist, it starts with a blend of 2 hydrosols, one of which is our Immortelle. And Immortelle is also known as helichrysum, but it's got this legend of being this immortal flower. And so this is a really great ingredient to be applying to stave off and also kind of counteract the appearance of a loss of a more pronounced drooping or sagging to the face there. So misting the skin generously. I like to leave my face a little bit damp. You have the option to let it dry a little bit, but leaving it a little bit damp and then applying your serum. And I like the wild fruit serum, which is one we mentioned earlier. I think this one's a bigger discount. Again, this one has stem cells. Stem cells are a super helpful ingredient for providing this very lifted appearance to the skin. This also has a good amount of skin hydrators and then this overall brightening to the face. But I don't just apply the serum. I mix a little bit of our concentrated boosting elixirs into this serum to really kind of customize it for what my skin is needing. And to speak to these, it's a set of 3, as the name suggests, concentrated boosters for your products. One of them is called Hydrate, and this is a super clean blend, hyaluronic acid, pre-peptides. This one is actually quite, you go through it pretty quickly. So we do have a full size that's just the Hydrate that's available for separate purchase, but in the set, the Hydrate is one of them. Another one is the Brighten, and the Brighten is a shelf-stable clean vitamin C. and sea buckthornberry. And this is super helpful for brightening up the complexion, evening the tone, evening the appearance of the tone. The final one is our Revitalize. And our Revitalize uses what's called the bioactive A complex. It is essentially a retinol alternative. And so when we were crafting this blend, we were very sure we weren't going to use retinol. That's an ingredient that we weren't going to incorporate. And so we wanted an ingredient that still provided that very lifted, taut, smooth look to the skin. That was something that would work with the body versus breaking the body down. So this is the Revitalize. And all of these can be super helpful for helping with this lifted look to the skin. How you use these, so we're on our serum step. You would do however much of your serum, right? So a pump, maybe 2 pumps here in the palm of your hand. And then you would do 1 to 3 drops of whichever boosting elixir you are interested, you're choosing to use. A couple caveats. So the Revitalize, with this being a retinol alternative, it does still increase photosensitivity, and so we do recommend it for night wear. So this one you would mix into your serum in the evening, not during the day. And kind of as that falls, we don't typically recommend the Brighten with the Revitalize. Just the way they're made up, they can tend to cancel each other out. And so we recommend the Brighten be used in the morning and the Revitalize be used in the evening. And then our Hydrate, which is this very peptide-rich, peptide-rich blend, either or both. So you could do a little bit in the morning, you could do a little bit in the evening. As we're going throughout for this lifted look, we want to make sure as we're applying the product, we're kind of sweeping in an upward motion here. So if you've done it in your hand, I like to take 2 fingers, kind of distribute them, and then apply it in an upward motion, and then come in with my facial oil. But utilizing these as part of your routine, especially the Revitalize and the Hydrate, that combination is a really great way to boost the product. And then we're coming in with our final step here. And so this would be your facial oil. I love the Rejuvenating Facial Oil. I'm a huge fan of this one, but you can also use the anti-aging. Where do I have that one? This one here. Both of these are good for kind of helping to support this more lifted look to the face. Both of these for sure will help with this very dewy, natural, healthy glow to the skin, which kind of in turn can give you this more youthful appearance just based on that. Now I do with this one also, this is the step that I would make sure to include Gua Sha again, which I'm not going to do a full tutorial for you here, but with your Gua Sha, having this kind of like regular routine where you are essentially retraining the skin, helping the skin moving in this direction. Again, whether you're using this Gua Sha or this Gua Sha, both of these are awesome. That's a very, very simple, easy way, very non-invasive way to help provide this very lifted, taut look to the skin. And then the final step, of course, you use your eye cream, but the step that's going to save it all is the Sun Love. And we mentioned this one earlier. This product is so helpful for signs of aging. Anywhere from 80 to 90% of signs of aging are directly from UV damage. And so making sure to not undo everything you've just worked on by putting your sunscreen on, having your clean Sun Love, and applying that as your final step in your routine. I'm trying to think if there's anything I forgot. I think that would be it. Yeah, that's it for the lifting of the skin.
Thank you. And so of all those were a lot of products. That was amazing. There are quite a few of those on discount. I know we talked about the concentrated boosting elixirs being at 40% off. The wild fruit serum, again, is at 35% off. The Sun Love is at 30% off. I know Grace shared the link again for the Neroli Toning Mist at 40% off. I think those are all of them. Somebody just, I'm going to get into some questions really quick. Somebody asked how to keep the oil absorbing into the skin. I just want to touch on toning mist again. Kate mentioned this earlier. So you most likely were not on at that point, but toning mist really help with absorption. So they're often overlooked and not really used. And we cannot express deeper that you need to use them. So you would mist your skin right after cleansing, and then before applying your serum, mist again before applying your oil. I literally mist like during my entire routine after I cleanse my face. So as I'm doing my serum and my elixir, then I mist again, then I apply my oil, then I mist again, and then I kind of press it in. And so that mist, that toning mist, whether it's the Botanical Hydration Mist or the Neroli toning mist, it's really allowing your products to penetrate deeper into your skin. I have so much oil on my face right now. I think it looks shiny just because I'm in the light, but I don't think it's super shiny. You know, if I take a cloth, it's not gonna come off. And I would imagine all of our team members here are using oil because we're a very oil-based company. So that's what I would recommend for that. A couple of other questions coming through. Links are in the chat. So if you need those again, go ahead and check there. Another thing, people are asking very specific questions for their skin, which we will try to get to as many as we can. But one thing that we suggest is joining our group consultation. So we will send out this live event to our email list again, so everybody can see what they missed in regards to information. But if you want to join our consultation, Emily put that in the chat. Do you want to add that in there again? They're pretty amazing. So Emily, if you want to wave, and Kate are two in-house estheticians, and they will guide you through these. I think there's 2 or 3 a week. They will guide you on every single product and what they would suggest. We have you fill out a little survey before you join that gives them some information on what you're looking to achieve with your skin, what kind of issues you have, what kind of products you're interested in, so they can really tailor those consultations very uniquely to your needs. So I would suggest joining those. Another thing people have talked about, retinol. Again, we recommend our Revitalize, which is a part of the concentrated boosting elixirs, which is our retinol alternative. It's using a green algae that is very close to mimicking what retinol does in terms of achieving the results, but it doesn't have all of the negative consequences and effects that retinol may have on your skin and your health. So we're really excited to offer that one. We also have our activated night serum, which we haven't touched on at all. We could put that link in the chat, and that one would be at the 25% off Memorial Day code sale. And that also has that green algae bioactivated complex in it. So those are our 2 retinol type alternatives that we would suggest for revitalizing your skin. Other questions? Grace, did you see any other questions that I might need to answer, or Emily or Kate may need to answer?
I'm going to call on Kate to answer this question. What would you recommend for a 6-year-old female who has oily skin?
I think I just responded to the comment there, but I can do it off mute. That's totally good too. So I would recommend likely more products to control oil. I think I mentioned the citrus mint cleanser and the rosemary toning mist, this one here. I suggested either the citrus stem cell serum or the citrus stem cell serum in the morning, and the activated night serum at night. And I can expand more on this one here in a moment because we haven't talked about that one too much. And then the herbal facial oil for oily skin, that one there. And then your Sun Love. And then I also plugged, like, for a more personalized recommendation, come to a consult because I would love to really get into it. But to briefly expand on this one, this is the activated night serum. This does incorporate that bioactive A. And so this serum is essentially a serum to be worn in the evening to give you that more like gently exfoliated, that retinol feel, but the creation of this, the blend of this is still quite creamy. And so even though we've got this ingredient that is, can be more active with the skin, it's immediately nourished. And so this is a really great one for anyone, but can be good for someone who is oily and seeing signs of aging to incorporate in the evening. So I wanted to mention that there. But yeah, come do a consult. We'd love to really get deeper into this.
And I know some of you were asking, like, what about our, everyday products that are in our signature line? We are definitely offering the Memorial Day coupon code for those products. We wanted to use this live event to really talk about the products that people may not be purchasing often in our Wild Alchemy collection, or just products that maybe are not in that collection, but you just haven't tried because they're not ones that are often spoken about. So those are the ones that we're giving these steep discounts on. So like the wild fruit serum at 35% off. I would say jump on it if that's something you've wanted to try, because we've never done that discount that high for that one before. Or, talking about the resurfacing facial exfoliant. I don't think that one's at a steep discount, but the concentrated boosting elixirs, that one is at a steep discount. So really taking advantage of these steep discounts that we're offering for the products that aren't so common in purchasing. Cool. Thanks, Grace. Thanks for plugging that in. Link for the consult. Any other questions that have come up that we want to address? You're good. Okay, cool. Great. I'm going to scroll through just a little bit here. I wanted to touch on activated ingredients just a little bit, because I know someone was asking about our stem cells that we use, and then plant cells, and just to kind of touch on all of these. So we do use plant cells and we use stem cells. So for plant cells, we use some in our eye cream, and then we also use plant cells in our wild fruit serum. We use Poet's Narcissus plant cells, and then we also use Madonna Lily plant cells. So those are incredibly amazing skin brighteners and moisturizing agents, softening, lightening, anti-aging, just reading some of these details here, brightening, really brightening. So those are exciting to be used in those products. The stem cells that we use lingonberry derived stem cells, which are incredible for hydration, improving that lift and that tone and the look of your skin, really helping with any brightening that you need. Also stem cells from oranges in our citrus stem cell serum. So there's that one that we use. Other activated ingredients, again, we mentioned the bioactive A complex, which is in our concentrated boosting elixirs and our activated night serum. We use a rice ferment filtrate, which is sake peptides, in our fruit ceramide eye serum. We also use fruit ceramides in our fruit ceramide eye serum derived from pineapples. So that one's very activated. We're using the most potent, stable form of oil-soluble vitamin C in our Brighten elixir, which is in our concentrated boosting elixirs, which, sneak peek, we will be launching in a larger size. So you will see that later on this year, which nobody knows. So except for you now. Also, we use SOD, superoxide dismutase. This one's an incredible ingredient for, again, with hydrating, softening the look of your skin, the appearance, the tone, antioxidant rich, like a very power-packed ingredient that is activated. Collagen prepeptides, this is the primary ingredient in our Hydrate elixir. So this, along with hyaluronic acid, this one again is one of those ingredients that when researching, there's so many peptides that are used that are derived from animal or even human, and just gnarly, and ones that you would not want on your skin. So we're really stoked to have this one that is a pure form that helps with anti-aging effects, brightening, plumping, firming, and increasing all of those things that you want in your skin. Other ones just to mention, I mentioned the ceramides. Astaxanthin's another one that's algae derived that is a very potent antioxidant form that we use in a couple of our products. And then lactic acid, that's another good one. That's in our resurfacing facial exfoliant. This is a honey-derived lactic acid, where most lactic acids may not be. It's probably the softest acid that you can use on your skin. So it's also hydrating. It's not breaking down your skin. It's not deteriorating your skin. It's a very soft, mild form of exfoliation that is in our resurfacing facial exfoliant. Any other questions come through, or shall I move on into the next segment?
I say we should move on.
Okay, well, let me dive in there. So I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on how to gua sha. So I need to put my hair up first. Ideally, you would have a clean face. I have a little bit of our lip and cheek tint on, but because it's pretty simple, it's probably off my face by now. I think it's fine. So if you're going to do this along with me, grab your gua sha stone. We are going to be doing a giveaway for the Gua Sha, so don't leave. You might want to stick around for this one. We launched our new Nephrite Gua Sha stone earlier this year, and that is the giveaway that we're going to be doing after this tutorial. So I'm going to grab a couple of the products that I use for this. Botanical Hydration Mist is my everything. I go through a bottle like every few weeks. It's incredible. So you'll mist your skin with this one. Again, you want to have misted skin before applying oil or serum. And then I'll go ahead and apply our Rejuvenating Facial Oil. I'm going to do a little bit more mist. Oops. Then you want to have pretty oily skin when you're doing the gua sha. You want it to be able to glide easily along your skin. Okay. And so I'm going to start on my neck, and you can follow along. Sometimes I'll do half of my face so you can see the difference. But for ease and for moving along quickly, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the entire thing. And I'm going to make sure you can see a couple of our team members who are doing this as well. I think Kate, if you want to wave, and Andrea, if you want to wave. And then I think, Chandra, are you doing this as well? Great. So we're going to have Chandra wave as well. If you don't see her, she is there now. Okay. If you want to grab your gua sha, go ahead and do it now. So you typically start on the back of the neck. For ease and time, I'm not going to start there. Yeah, I'll just start in the front. So as Kate mentioned earlier, it really helps to strengthen that fascia in your neck and your face overall. So you'll start with, if you're using this one, with the long side, and you'll gently apply pressure. So again, the pressure is very, very gentle. You don't want to press into your skin super hard, and then you want to keep it kind of laying flat on your skin. You don't want to dig in perpendicularly. So you'll glide up to where your jawline is, gently. I'm also gonna flag Rachel here. Rachel, if you want to wave, she's using our older Gua Sha stone. So if you have that one, you can watch her. And you can move on to the center of your neck. Again, very, very gentle, light pressure. The benefits of using a jade gua sha are that it is cooling, it is helpful for your lymphatic drainage. It's very, very nice for your skin. Remember to go on mute if you are just joining. You can follow along and just move the gua sha to the other side of your neck. And again, you light pressure all the way up to your jawline and then give it a little wiggle. And that's what I do. It feels very nice. And I'm not a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, but I have taken a few classes and watched quite a few tutorials over the past 15 years on doing this just for my own interest. So this is just based on a lot of practitioners that I've seen. Okay, now we're going to move on to our face. So I like to start with the jawline. As you notice Andrea doing the back of the neck, it feels so good to do the back of the neck. You kind of just can't can't deny yourself. Definitely, if you had a rough night's sleep or you're having any sort of tension there, it really helps to alleviate that. Okay, let's move on to our jawline. So I like to use the more indented curves in the Gua Sha stone. You can see there. And I like to always apply a little bit of pressure where I'm, keeping my skin taut so it's not moving with it, and then gentle pressure on my jawline. So this really is sculpting and shaping and refining that area and that fascia, and you can you hear it. You hear the fat, I don't even know what they're called, your little fat pockets there. At least I hear them. I hear mine. You move on to the other side. So you'll typically do 3 to 5 sweeping motions. When I first started using the Gua Sha stone, I would do it every day. I was obsessed. And if you do it every day, you definitely start to notice a difference. Okay, then I like to use the longer side to do more of the cheek area. So I'll hold my lips to keep them taut and then glide this along underneath my cheekbone up into my temple. And if you're just joining, we are giving a quick little tutorial on how to gua sha with our newest stone. And we will be doing a giveaway after this segment of this Gua Sha stone. We can go to the other side. And one thing just to mention is you always want to bring your Gua Sha stone all the way up. You don't want to just go halfway because you want to follow the whole muscle all the way up to where it's ending into your temple. One exciting thing about this new Gua Sha is that we have teeth in it, and then we also have a curved lip that help with a few things. So I'm going to show you how I use the teeth around the lip area. So I'll gently go underneath and around, kind of feathering motion. And I'll do this usually for a minute or so, gently, but for sake of time, I'll move on, and then I'll use one of the curves to just gently glide around there. Just your lip area, so not really your cheek. Okay, and then we can go into the eye area. So I like to use this longer area. Rachel has our older Gua Sha, so she can show you how she uses it, just a flat edge, and we'll lightly glide along the eye. Okay, we can go into the other side. And now we're slowly going to be moving to the brow area. If you're just joining, we're doing a quick little tutorial on how to Gua Sha with our newest stone, and we're going to be doing a giveaway right after this. So you can hold on in the center of your brow area and then gently glide. Again, not too much pressure. And if you need to reapply more oil, by all means, you can do that. I'm gonna move into the other side. I'm not great using my left hand, so I just kind of have to crisscross. I love watching to see who crisscrosses, Andrea. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. We're doing a quick tutorial and then we're going to move on. Okay, and then we're going to use this lip part on our forehead. So if you have the new Gua Sha stone, this is typically how you'll use it. You'll start in the middle and just work your way up. I like to hold the eyebrow a little bit. You bring it up into your hairline. So again, you're moving that whole fascia all the way up. You can also use the teeth on your forehead. You can feather your forehead as well. And what you would do is you would go vertically, gently, and you can do this for a minute or so. And then you would also go horizontally. I'm sorry, up and down. You would typically do that a little bit longer. And then after you feather, you would do the sweeping motion again with that lip. Hi. I feel lifted. Everyone looks great. So let's do a little giveaway so we can get you to try some of these. So we're going to choose 2 winners and we're curious, do you currently Gua Sha? So if you don't Gua Sha, what do you do for lifting or sculpting? And if you do Gua Sha, let us know. And if you do, let us know which one you used. Do you use the older one, the newer one, or another company's? And yeah, let us know your details there. Yes, Amanda, it is amazing. Once you first start doing it, you can get kind of obsessed. It's really nice to do in the bath. So you're just kind of decompressing and you have all your oil in there anyways. And I do it with our Rejuvenating Facial Oil. It's lathered on my skin. Oh, Diane, you have to try it. Somebody asked how long they typically take. I think 20 minutes is like a good time frame. If you don't have that much time, you can definitely do it less, but it is nice to dedicate the time to doing it. First time learning, that's exciting, that's great. We have a lot of tutorials, like full tutorials on our YouTube page, I believe. So you can head over there and check those out as well. Tracy mentioned she massages with her hands, love it. A couple of us here did a massage course where we were learning how to do fascia massage with our hands. And it was really nice. And it just like reinforces how the Gua Sha does so much and your hands do so much, but they all do such different things for your skin. And also, if you don't have time to do this daily, I think just incorporating it a couple of days a week is really nice. The Gua Sha is made from jade. So the green one that Rachel has is not nephrite, but this, yep, Kate has it as well, is jade. And then the newer Gua Sha is a nephrite jade. So it looks kind of black, but in the light you can see it's green. It has a little oil on it. I also recommend washing it to use it or before you use it. But yeah, you can see that there's a lot of green to it. It's a dark nephrite jade. So the nephrite and the other jade, mainly the stone and then the shape. So we decided to create this one. This one is a custom shape made exclusively for Annmarie skincare. It took about 2 years to develop, just testing out different shapes and what works on the skin. So we wanted to have the smaller curves for areas like your brow, where you really want to get into this crease here in this brow line. And then you also want to have a sweeping one like this, the longer one, for your cheek area. And then we also wanted to include the feathering, so the teeth hair to use in certain areas, and then the lip right here. So this one features a lot of different unique areas to it and curves to it so that you can do more with the lifting and the sculpting. And then the other one I don't have in front of me, but Kate does, if you see Kate, is a little bit more simple. So this one's less expensive, it was easier to produce, and it's a little bit more simple. So you would use it for the cheeks, that long sweep area, and then the little lip for your brow area. Yep. Yes, perfect. Okay, again, we're doing a giveaway. If you just joined, do you currently Gua Sha? And if not, what do you do for lifting and sculpting? And then in maybe 1 minute, Grace will choose 2 winners. It's so funny, all of us. I feel like most of us have a Gua Sha at our desk and we just sit on meetings, Gua Shaing our faces. It's really sweet. All right, Grace, do you think you have 2 winners or you want to wait another minute?
Oh, I got them and I'm so excited.
Okay.
So the 2 winners, I will privately message you for next steps on the giveaway, but our 2 winners are Kathy, Joe, and Tamara.
Yay. Thank
Oh, I'm so
you.
excited for them to try it.
Nice
It's
job.
game changing. I love it. It's so much fun.
Sweet. Okay, we had somebody ask what mist we're using. So I personally use the Botanical Hydration Mist. Yep, Kate has that one as well. This is a blend of a few different pure hydrosols with a little bit of essential oils added to it. So it has helichrysum, mainly helichrysum, which is life everlasting, or immortelle, which hence the name with immortelle. That's the primary one in this one. And then there's also chamomile, rose, and frankincense. And then there's a couple of essential oils as well. There's 2 types of chamomile and a little bit of frankincense and rose in this one. Okay. Does anybody use other toning mist? Were you looking at another toning mist? Whoever that was, Melissa, that you wanted to know more about? No. Okay. I think that's good. Great. Tracy, you asked if it comes with an instructional booklet. There is a quick little like a visual guide on how to use it, but it's primarily online. So if you go to the link and you check out where the product is living on our site, you'll see how to use video. And then if anybody, Chandra, if you have one handy, the tutorial on YouTube, if not, it's all good. You can always write in to ask at annmariejolly.com. Thank you for joining, Chelsea. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost concluding our segment. I just want to remind everyone that this was our first live shopping event, and it was really exciting because we had a chance to really talk about some products that we never talk about and that we never really discount. We didn't dive into our signature traditional ones that everybody's used to, but instead we talked about ones like our wild fruit serum or concentrated boosting elixirs. And we gave some steep discounts up to 45% off. I think the hair serum was the winner there at 45% off. And then, you know, concentrated boosting elixirs were 40%. So we gave some pretty good discounts. And if you missed them, scroll in the chat so you can find those links. If you joined late, you may have missed them. This was a 2-hour long live event and we gave different discounts at different times. So we will definitely be having these in the future. We're hopefully going to be doing these once a quarter. So we would encourage everybody to join from the beginning and stay through the end. Even if you have it on the backdrop, having your cart open so you can add these products that you want to get at a discount. A couple of other things, this is coinciding with our Memorial Day sale. So if you're just now joining or if you missed that part, our Memorial Day sale is going on right now. So everything is 25% off of Annmarie skincare products. So if we didn't mention a steep discount on a certain product, you can always use that coupon code to get a discount there. Anything I'm missing with the discount piece, Katie and Kate?
I don't think so. I feel like yep, I feel good.
Okay, great. And the one other piece, as I've mentioned a couple of times, is that we are giving a trial size of our Kaolin Micro Exfoliant away and our Illuminating Pearl Mask. So we bundled them together for you as a free gift if you place an order during this time period. So if you check out, we extended it to 1 p.m. So if you check out before 1 p.m. Pacific time, you'll get that added to your order. After that time, it goes away. So hopefully you can check out by then. Any last questions that anybody had?
Can you hear me?
Hi, Rose.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, sorry. The little free giveaway, is that would that be safe for sensitive or dry skin? Because I kind of tuned in a little late. Sorry.
Yeah, so the Kaolin Micro Exfoliant, I would say, is not ideal for sensitive skin. Depends how sensitive your skin is. So you can always mix it with a little bit of our cleanser or just don't apply as much pressure. You can just be extra gentle with your skin or avoid the areas that might be more sensitive. And then the Illuminating Pearl Mask is great for sensitive skin.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I feel like I missed something that I wanted to mention. Somebody asked about subscribing for forever with the 25% off for life. So Kate or Katie, do you want to touch on that piece?
You gonna do it, Katie?
Yeah, I'll jump in,
go.
Kate. You take a glass of water real quick. Yeah, so with subscribing to the 25% off for life, that will go throughout the weekend for the Memorial Day sale. What you'll want to do is just go ahead and go to the product page, enter it into the cart as it already is selected on the subscription option, and then you'll be locked in on that product, that specific product for life, for as long as you would like to keep the item on your subscription. It could be canceled anytime. And the period goes through the end of the sale. So the discount code won't stack on top of that. So it's 25% off with the discount code or the subscription. It's one or the other. And then again, with the specific sale links, no coupon or subscribable option will be available on top of the existing higher discounts.
Awesome. Thank you. Two other things. So we've mentioned a couple of times, if you wanted to join a consult, we definitely encourage it. They're super helpful. Kate, our in-house esthetician, is here, and Emily, our other in-house esthetician, is here. They lead those. There's a couple per week. Again, you'll get a survey asking some questions about what you're interested in learning about or achieving with your skin goals. And that allows them to tailor these consultations specifically to the guest on the call. The other piece, and then if you wanted to plug that into the chat again, I know you put in the link a few times, but plug that one in there. And the other thing is we recently launched a challenge to get rid of toxic products in our beauty cabinets. And so if you haven't seen this, Grace is going to plug that link into the chat. And what that is, it's running for a few months. We are encouraging everybody to post either on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok and talk about a product that you're getting rid of. So in order to enter, you would find a toxic product in your beauty cabinet, and we give you a list of ingredients to look out for. So if you have questions or you don't know which ones might be concerning, check out that list in the link. Yes, thank you, Grace. And then so you would call out that product, pretty much the ingredient that you're calling out, why it's toxic if you would like to, and then you would nominate a friend. So the whole point of this is to really encourage others who possibly aren't Annmarie skincare users to go through their beauty cabinets and get rid of these toxic chemicals. And so, yeah, then you would post that to your social, tag your friend, link them, and nominate them. Perfect. Okay, we just have about 10 minutes left. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask away. You can plug it into the chat and we will answer them. Just remember to check out by 1 p.m. if you're interested in taking advantage of these discounts. And also we do have our customer service team here. So if you have questions or you're having struggles or need more support, go ahead and ask away. Yes, Natalie, we have a few products that have hyaluronic acid and natural alternatives. So we use tremella mushroom as an alternative, and we use that in a couple of products, including our probiotic serum, our CBD, and our activated night serum. But those also include either hyaluronic acid or saccharide isomerates, which is a little bit more potent than hyaluronic acid. There's quite a few products, so I can pull them. I think all of our serums. Kate, do you know this off the top of your head? Would you want to cover this? We talk about it all day.
Well, I might have you repeat it actually because I was responding to someone in the chat.
Oh, yeah. So she's just
Yeah.
asking which products have hyaluronic acid or an alternative. So I mentioned our tremella is in 3 of our products. I mentioned those. And then if you click into, I can just cover it. If you click into serums and elixirs, you'll be able to see it's usually serums that contain hyaluronic acid because they're the hydrators, or the saccharide isomerates, which is the other hydrator that we use, which is derived from sugar. So you'll see in our wild fruit serum, this one contains, I believe, both of those. And then let me pull up another link here really quick. If you're looking for just that potent punch of hyaluronic acid, I would suggest using our Hydrate elixir, and you can blend that, 1 pump, 1 full pump. We sell that individually in a 30 ml bottle. You can add that to every serum if you would like to. But serums specifically that contain it, our anti-aging serum contains hyaluronic acid. It also contains, let's see here. I'd say that's it for that one. The citrus stem cell serum also has hyaluronic acid. This one also has the saccharide isomerates, which is the other potent hydrator that I mentioned. The activated CBD serum contains the tremella mushroom extract and the hyaluronic acid. The activated night serum also contains the tremella mushroom and the hyaluronic acid. And then the probiotic serum also contains the tremella mushroom extract. And this one does not have the saccharide or the hyaluronic, but the tremella does. And this one's actually extremely hydrating because it's a lot of tremella. That's one of the first few ingredients in this product. And then the wild fruit serum also contains, this one has, let's see, this one also has the saccharide isomerates in it, which is very, very, a very potent hydrator. Hopefully that answers it. So yes, Melissa, if you attend the consultations, you will most likely get a lot of good deals on that one. So sometimes they're doing giveaways, sometimes they're doing discounts. So definitely join those and you can check out what's going on there. Okay. Again, if you're complete and you are able to check out, you can end your call and go back to your day. We really appreciate you joining and being a part of this community. And definitely stay tuned for more live shopping events. We're going to do more that are specific for Annmarie skincare products. And then we've had some requests to talk about some other brands that we all use internally that perhaps are products that we don't carry or produce. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So I'm going to say farewell to everybody who wants to check out. And I am going to end this recording.